Hi Libra, welcome to your July 2020 Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So, Libra, second half of the year begins. Let's see what's in store for you. So, for your actions and interactions with the world at large, this month you get... Wow, okay, right, so you've got the Tower card. So really, in a lot of ways, right, what is the Tower card? It's shocking, it's rebellious, it's new, it's exciting, it's innovative. It can even represent technology. It usually represents electronics and things like that. Now, you've got this in your actions and interactions with the world at large, right? So this is all about what you do. This is the month where you are truly deciding in some way, shape or form to mess it up, right? This is where you are upsetting the apple cart. This is about you taking life by the reins and saying, right, okay, you know what? I've done things one way for a certain period of time, for maybe half of my life. And now I'm going off in a different direction. Now I'm doing something new. Now I'm going in a completely different way to what I've done before, right? Now, this could be some of you deciding that you're changing jobs. Some of you are deciding that you're changing homes. Some of you are deciding that you're changing partners. This is about you saying, right, whatever it is that I've had as an experience up until now, that no longer works for me. It looks like in a lot of ways you are what I would call upsetting the apple cart. And it doesn't mean that you're, going out of your way to hurt people or upset people. It just means that you're done with the experience that you've been having up until now. This means that over the course of July, you could be literally just ruthlessly editing your life in a really big way. And that's a really exciting place to be, right? It's exciting because when you go against whatever the grain is, or when you break your own mold, right? That's what this feels like to me. This month you're saying, right, whatever it is that I've been known for, whatever it is that's been expected of me up until now, that doesn't fit anymore. It doesn't fit. It's not the narrative that I choose to be living my life underneath. Now, remember the Tower card does bring shocks, changes and surprises. Although this is in your actions and interactions with the world at large, one thing that you also need to be prepared for, right? I have to give you both sides of this. Some of your actions may have very different results. I hate the word consequences because it's such a negative word. Like whenever I hear consequences or I say it to people, I feel like I'm scolding them in some ways because it's got so many negative connotations. So just consider that some of your actions this month may have very different results than what you were expecting. You might choose to do something that's completely off the bat and you think, right, well, this is just going to change everything. And then all of a sudden, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't even cause a ripple. I'll give you an example. When I came out, it was a mixed bag. I got some people that were completely surprised and then others were like, okay, finally. Cool, are you all right? And this is why I say whatever move it is that you're making this month, it does feel like there may be, the results that you might be expecting may not be the ones that you get. Remember, the Tower card is always shocking and surprising, but it's ultimately in the long run, it's very, very liberating. So for your money and materials, you have the Three of Wands. This is fantastic. If you are thinking about expanding your business or growing it or starting or embarking on an online venture of some sort, this is the perfect month to do it. I mean, look at this. You've got the Three of Wands, expanding the vision or building the dream, right next to the Tower card. If you're not online yet, what are you doing, right? Everybody knows this. If you want your business to thrive, especially in 2020 and beyond, you have to be online in some way, shape or form. Now, your Three of Wands as a finance card says that money will probably be good this month. It does look like there's a surprise opportunity to make more money, or maybe you're going in a different direction ends up boosting your finances in some way, shape or form. Now remember, your money and materials isn't just about your finances, it's also about your physical health. So this month it does look like you're probably going to be quite busy, and because you've got a lot of things going on mentally, it does look like your energy levels is something that you want to pay attention to. So this is a month really to keep yourself well fueled. And I'm not talking about, just eating a bit of sugar or something snacky every so often to keep you going. This is a month for you to really fuel yourself well, right? So good food, plenty of good liquids. This is not really a month to overindulge, and I've said that to a few signs this month, but for you especially, because your energy is going to be running very, very high this month, you really do need to just pay attention to how you're fueling your body, right? When it comes to the home, it does look like a lot of you are either welcoming something to do with work into the home, or you are thinking about moving in order to gain more space. I don't know, it's like a lot of you, whatever it is that you're planning to do, you need to have more space in the home to do it. So maybe you're thinking about creating some sort of shop or some sort of store online, but it's like you're creating the stuff from home and shipping it out. Rather than doing the whole drop shipping thing, it feels like whatever you're doing is something that you are it takes man hours and manpower, and it's kind of coming from you specifically, which is really nice actually. All right, wow. For your communications and conversations, you have the World card right next to the Three of Wands. That is a powerful connection. This is somebody that could really help you get ahead in some way, shape or form. It does look like something has come to fruition. So for some of you, because obviously not all of you work for yourselves and not all of you are going to be doing that. For some of you, this could be a month where the word promotion is thrown around. Now, what I find interesting about it is you've got the Tower card here. It may be that some of you are choosing to force the hand of the boss to say, look, you know what, if I don't get a pay rise, or if I don't get the promotion or the position that I'm hoping for, then I think I'm going to have to start looking further afield. Some of you, it looks like you've already set that in motion. If that is the case, and this month is just a continuation for you, consider that they might come back with a counter offer to try to keep you. Definitely a possibility. If this is you kind of forcing the boss's hand, just consider that you might end up going in a completely different direction. Remember what I said with that Tower card, although this is you sort of planning to upset the apple cart, some of the results that you get or the responses may not be exactly what you planned. But with the World card and the Three of Wands together, that's great, right? This is really good. This means that whatever results you have when it comes to business, when it comes to the career, they will be great for you. Now, when it comes to communications as a whole, it does look like you are communicating with people that you consider to be authorities, people that you consider to maybe like peers of yours that you have a lot of care and respect for. For a certain few of you as well, it does look like there's a mending of a rift here of some sort. Now, I'm not sure what that means or who it's for, but it does feel like it's only for a very few specific persons. And then finally, this could be a month where you in some way, shape or form are stepping out onto the wider world stage to be seen in some regard, which is really, really exciting, really exciting. And then finally, for your love and relations, you've got the Nine of Pentacles. This is going to be a great month for you, Libra. When it comes to, for those of you that are single, the person that you are meeting is very likely to, there's a potential for you to meet somebody, right? And because you've got the Nine of Pentacles next to the World card, this is very likely to be a person of authority, maybe somebody that's got a really high-flying job, maybe somebody that works in a position of authority. This person is very likely to be older than you. I say that because you've got the World card there and then you've got the Nine of Pentacles. This person is very refined. We're talking about somebody that is classically handsome or classically beautiful, whichever that might be for you. Now, for those of you that are partnered, this is lovely because it looks like you and your partner are getting back to, think of that time in your relationship where you think to yourself, you know what, that was that moment, that year, those 5 years, whenever that time was in your relationship, think back to that time where it was just so good and it was just a constant run of like literally the best time that you had. This is about you initiating or restarting that energy, right? Tapping back into that time where things were just so good, so smooth, so happy, so easy. Now, it does suggest though that this month is going to be work, right? So this month you're laying the foundations for you guys to get back to that part of your relationship where everything was good. Only this time it looks like it will last a lot longer, especially for those of you that have had problems in your relationship. This could be the month where you have that kind of, you know, you're taking the reins. This is you saying, look, you know what, this shit's got to stop. We're going in a different direction. And if you're not on board, then, you know, I don't necessarily see any breakups here. I have to be honest. I think you will just find a way to get through it. But like I said, remember, some of the results might not be what you expect. So if you say to your partner, look, you know what, we've got to do things differently, they might come up with a whole strategy, whereas before they've done nothing. Only this time they go overboard and you're like, oh, okay. Ooh. You know, got a little bit more than a bargain for there. Your first week of the month, you have the Temperance card right underneath the Tower card. I've got to be really honest with you. I don't see anything necessarily bad, but these two cards together, very much be careful what you wish for. The Temperance card is all about that alignment, right? The Tower card, in your actions, this is about what you're doing. This really does feel like some of the reactions and responses and results that you get from your actions this month might be very, very different to what you expected, or, you know, shock horror, you could get exactly what you asked for. And that really is, because this card is very much about alignment, manifestation, what you're making room or space for. And underneath the Tower card, I'm just kind of like, yeah, you know, this first week of the month, just be careful what you wish for. And, you know, that's not like a warning of like, but sometimes when we get what we want, we're not necessarily ready for it. You know, we spend all this time fantasizing about it and doing the manifesting work and calling it in. And then when it arrives, it's like, ooh, you know, so if you are really ready for it, then be prepared, because it's very likely that it's going to show up. For your, all right, look at that, right? Your Star card. This really does feel for me that you are either starting some form of an online business or you are moving the business that you currently have online. But remember, right, because your Star card represents Aquarius, there's a very personal touch to this. The Star card right next to the Temperance card. This is something that almost like something that you've wanted to do for a while, but now gets new life breathed into it. The Star card right underneath your Three of Wands, money looks good this month, but it's very likely going to be the connections or the expansion of what you do that is going to get you to where you'd like to be. When it comes to your physical health, yeah, for sure. Your energy levels, you're just going to be really busy. And it does, even though there's no court cards here, it does feel like there's going to be a lot going on with various different people this month. So just keep your energy levels up and do it with good fuel. Good food, you know, lots of veggies, lots of electrolytes. You know, coconut water is a really good one for you. I love coconut water. Anyway, I digress. And then for your home, a lot of you, it looks like you really are thinking about a big move. And I'm going to be honest with you, for a lot of you, this looks like either a long distance or an international move. I'm not seeing something that's just like the next town over. I'm seeing something that's very much at a distance to where you are. For your third week of the month, you have the Strength card, right underneath the World card. So whoever this person is, they could very well be some sort of, whoever this authority figure is that you're aligning with. Maybe it's a boss. If it is a boss, it's not going to be your immediate boss. It's going to be a bigger boss than them. The reason being is because the Strength card has that link to Leo, right? And the World card in close proximity with the Nine of Pentacles, that's a celebrity. That's somebody that is really well known in their chosen field, somebody that is well respected, and whoever this person is, they seem to be taking a shine to you. So this is really exciting because, you know, this could be anyone. This could be in your work. For those of you that are single, it could be somebody that you're meeting on a personal level. Third week of the month looks really nice for you. And that Strength card just tells me that it's kind of like whatever you set into motion here, you really start to roll with it here in the third week. And then finally, your fourth week of the month, you got the Tower card. So for those of you that are single, and possibly even for those of you that are attached, this month you could be meeting somebody completely out of the blue. You know, and whoever this person is, like I said, there's just something about them. They're either really well known, maybe they have a very big position, maybe they're some sort of minor or possibly even major celebrity. It's a possibility. Now, for those of you that are partnered, it looks like it's almost like you kind of saying to your partner, right, we need to do things differently. We're changing the way that we're doing things. This is the new normal. You know, you're going off on one and usually they're like, oh, here we go. Another bout of this, only this time it might sort of marshal them into some sort of action that makes you go, right, okay, you know, what have I started? You know, I've created a bit of a monster, but in the best way. Now, remember, whether you are single or partnered, it does look like there is a chance for some spontaneous intimacy, and it might very well be that that's exactly what you need at this moment in time. For your key to the month, you have the Six of Pentacles. There is a grand balancing of the scales. This is really exciting to me because this Six of Pentacles says, I mean, aside from, you know, giving and receiving and all the rest of it, it just like everything is coming into balance. Everything is coming into focus. Where things have been too far one way, they're coming back in. Perfect energy for a Libra. And look at this, the Six of Pentacles is a very Libran card, so really, really exciting. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.